Hey guys, welcome to the Alpha at 40 instructional videos. We wanted to put together a very simple video series for beginner lifters to set a good foundation with no tricks, no gimmicks, just very basic fundamental range of motions. This will help you guys build a foundation to build on and grow from there. Hope you like it, and if you have any suggestions on advanced movements, let us know and we'll show you. Thank you. Today we're going to demonstrate just a basic bench press. No tricks, no gimmicks, just a very basic flat bar bench press. So the trick, just lay back, and then there's a couple things that I want you to pay very close attention to. One is foot placement. His feet are just barely outside of his shoulders. Toes are pointed out just a little bit. And then when you're trying to figure out, a lot of guys have trouble when they don't really know where to place themselves on a bench back and forth. I always use my eyes. So the bar lines up with my eyeballs. You good there? And then hand placement on the bar. Every bar in every gym has knurling on it with one of these rings. You can use those if that's what's comfortable, but what I recommend is putting your thumbs, just like how Ben has them here on this knurling. And then if you need to adjust them in or out a little bit to line them up with your shoulders and your feet, you kind of want all of this to be, you want your feet and your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. Some guys recommend doing a little bit different tricks. I'm telling you this because this is a very basic beginner stance, beginner feel for you to get comfortable doing it. And then when you get ready to lift the bar up out of the hole, squeeze the bar as hard as you can and then pretend like you're bending it in half. And what that does is it contracts your traps back. So go ahead and pull the bar out. Now when you bring the bar down, one little trick that you can do while you're trying to get comfortable and trying to feel out your bench press is put chalk on the bottom of this bar, and then you're going to lower the bar down right towards your nipples, let it just barely touch your chest, and then back up. You can drive the bar back just a little bit. Don't overcompensate that. A lot of power lifters will recommend that you try to put an arc in the back of it and lift back and drive back. Get comfortable with your bench first before you start working in all those little tips and tricks and stuff like that. But go straight down and then drive back up. And then if you put a little bit of chalk under here, the trick is to drop that bar in the same spot every time. Once you get comfortable with that, you pretty much got your range of motion, and then rack it back. That's a basic bench press, guys. Some of the things that I want you to pay attention or not do. A lot of guys, they try to look cool. So some people try to put their feet up on the bench. They'll do all kinds of crazy little nuances that you'll see in these gyms and other places. Don't do any of that. You're just going to get hurt. Practice these basics with your foot placement, your hand placement, dropping the bar in the same spot, squeezing the bar. The other thing that I didn't mention is driving through with your heels. So unrack that one more time. And then when you lower that bar down, when you lower the weight down, you can drive through the floor with your heels. You can't see that really on camera, but Ben is pushing all that weight down with his heels without bringing his butt up off the bench. Good. All right, the next exercise that we're gonna go through is just a very basic cable fly. Every gym in the country damn near has a set of cables in it. And I know what it's like to be one of those guys go in there and you see these bigger guys doing all this crazy shit on cables and you don't really know what they're doing or how they're doing it. So what I want to do is just demonstrate a very basic cable fly. So I'm gonna have Ben grab these handles. Now there's a million different angles that you can do with a cable fly, but for a very basic beginner, the trick is a cable fly is actually just a stretch. It's not a lift, it's a stretch. So what you're gonna do is just pull tension on the cables a little bit, step out. Feet are together, a little bit shoulder width apart for balance. And then you're just gonna come straight out. You're gonna get a good stretch on the pecs here, and then come squeeze them together right out in front of the nipples. That's it. That's literally all there is to it. You don't want to go so heavy that you feel a lot of tension in your front delts and then it pulls and then it hurts. A very light weight will work for this to start out with, to where you get comfortable with it. But the trick is to get that stretch on the way out. That's what you're looking for right here. The next exercise for chest that we're going to go through is a very basic dumbbell press. A lot of the things are going to be very similar to the barbell press in terms of foot placement, hand placement, and other things like that. So the very first thing that he's going to do is lay back with the dumbbells, keep them close to your body so you don't drop them on the floor or rip your shoulder off. The very first thing you're going to pay attention to is your feet. The feet placement are exactly the same as the barbell press. A little bit wider than shoulders width apart. Feet are pointed out. He's got the dumbbells close to his body so he can get ready for that starting position there. He'll lift the dumbbells up and pronate his grip. And then when he gets ready to lower these, his hand placement will be very, very similar to where they were with the barbell press. So he'll bring those down. The tip of the dumbbell is right on his nipple line there, where it would be if the barbell was going across here. Now what I don't want you to do is when you lower these dumbbells is flare your elbows out like that. That's a big no-no. So keep your elbows at like a 45-degree angle. There you go. That keeps you from dropping those dumbbells down on your shoulder and really hurting yourself if you go a little bit too heavy. I really recommend going really light with these and getting that feel down, getting that range of motion down for yourself before you start going up in weight. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. If you haven't downloaded your free copy of the Alpha at 40 journal, visit cleaneats.com today for a free version.